Some woke crazy person tried canceling a simple store manager named Andy, posting a photo of him, insulting him, and trying to get him canceled or fired from his job. And just like with Target Tori, you may have seen the story, where some crazy resistance leftist tried shaming a regular store clerk, store worker. We are now seeing Kroger Andy raise tens of thousands of dollars. It was raised by Target Tori for him to go on a vacation. The dude seems stoked. This is a happy story with a social justice twist, I suppose. International Business Times. Danielle becomes the new Karen after Kroger's store incident. Here it is. You may have seen the story a few days ago. Danielle Moscato says, I was just threatened with assault at Kroger in Louisville because I asked another customer to wear a mask and she refused. I reported it to a manager who found her and talked to her, but refused to do anything more. His name is Andy, and he does not want Twitter to know that. What an awful person. Using your platform to target Danielle Moscato, 84,000 followers, tweeting out this bumbly little old dude over at Kroger to insult and take down regular people. That is their game. They want you to live on your knees, begging them for safety, begging them for forgiveness. Please don't hurt me. Please don't attack me and destroy my life. What did we see in Louisville? They went around to small businesses and threatened them. You give us money, otherwise this happens. And then a dude shattered a flower pot. They were shaking him down. The business owner said that it was mafia tactics. They were demanding it. But as part of their repercussions for non-compliance, they threatened social media activity against them. Basically cancel culture. It's what they do. You see, they target small individuals, like small, low-profile individuals, regular people working regular jobs to terrorize them. It didn't work this time. You lose. The creepy weirdos have lost. Andy is just a regular old guy. Look at this dude. Just minding his own business, working. What's he supposed to do? What's he going to do? He's going to scream at somebody for not wearing a mask. He doesn't have the authority to do that. So Danielle tried to get him in trouble, but unfortunately for her, and fortunately for everybody else, it didn't work. Target Tori to the rescue. Remember the story of Target Tori? Someone tried buying a toothbrush for 1 cent because the display model said 1 cent. And she told him she couldn't do it. And he took a picture of her and he shamed her on Twitter. And she made this funny look of rolling her eyes. And everybody came to her defense saying, leave her alone, dude. She's not a billionaire. She's not rich. She's some lady who works at Target. Well, she ended up raising a ton of money with the help of several people on Twitter. And now she's returning the favor for Kroger Andy. Here's the story. Target Tori launches fundraiser for fellow viral retail worker Kroger Andy. A Massachusetts manager who was nicknamed Target Tori when a customer shamed her online has now come to the defense of another viral retail worker dubbed Kroger Andy and has raised $18,000 to send him on a vacation. You'll love to see it. A wholesome story. They say Tori Perotti, a manager at a Target store in Swansea, Massachusetts, jumped into the fray when a customer griped on Twitter about Andy, also a manager at a Kroger in Louisville, Kentucky. In a tweet, the customer, Danielle Moscato, explained that she had gone to Andy after she confronted another shopper about not wearing a mask and was threatened with assault. So we know that story. His name is Andy, and he does not want Twitter to know that. But Perotti was quick to take a stand in support of the fellow retail employee, saying, can we stop using social media as a tool to shame people at their place of work? Dear Andy, I didn't want the Twitter world to know my name either. Turns out it isn't half bad, she wrote. The internet rallied around Perotti back in January after a customer called the cops when she wouldn't sell him an $90 electric toothbrush for 1 cent. The displayed price on a shelf. No. The displayed price was for the display model. It was a non-functioning piece of plastic and it said 1 cent because they had to label it so they could properly put it on the shelf or something. The guy then said, it says 1 cent. I get the toothbrush. And she said, no, it actually doesn't work that way. So the dude shamed her. She ended up getting a bunch of money through a GoFundMe because rad people donated to send her on a vacation. I hope she enjoyed it. Twitter users took her side and created a GoFundMe to send her on vacation. And Perotti announced she was returning the favor on Saturday with a fundraiser for Kroger Andy. The GoFundMe that I received after my ordeal changed my life and afforded me an epic and needed vacation. Let's do the same for Andy, she wrote on the GoFundMe page. which has raised $18,000 after Sunday afternoon. Well, it's more than that. $21,000, 210 for this regular guy who did nothing wrong, was minding his own business, and was harassed by cancel culture outrage mobs. This is the key. This is how we do it. I wonder if there could be something similar to help protect people who might get canceled for speaking their mind on other opinions. I've talked to a lot of people who have told me they really do like Donald Trump. They're scared to say it. I've talked to a lot of people who say they don't really like Trump, but they feel they need to vote for him. It's the right thing to do, and they're scared to say it. They could lose their jobs. Fortunately for Kroger Andy, Kroger actually tweeted out support for him. I love it. Kroger, this was awesome. Cancel culture is a blight on our society, and it creates nothing but anger, animosity, negativity. Make it stop. Okay? Kroger can do whatever they want with their political messaging, whatever. I don't care. But doing the right thing, defending their employee who did nothing wrong, bravo, I appreciate it. Check this out. $21,000. I hope the man makes way more than this. I hope people donate way more than this, because we need to send a message. That's the point. To these people who would shame somebody just doing their job, try and cancel them through bullying and threats. We don't stand for bullying. And you know what? You try to shame this guy, well, now he's going to celebrate it. You try to demand they do what you want? No. We're going to give him cash and tell him, you do what you want, Andy. Don't listen to the crazies. Do your thing. You did the right thing. You did the best you could. And now we want to make sure you have the cash for your own freedom. That's what that cash is. It's access. It's independence. That money will allow him to make a decision for himself. You know what? I'm going to now go on a vacation. I'm going to go to Hawaii. Unfortunately, right now, because of COVID, he probably can't travel all that far. But hey, there's a lot of places in the U.S. you can travel to. I recommend going up to, say, like Barrow, Alaska. Go off as far as you possibly can. That, to me, sounds like a dream vacation. Just the furthest most point of the United States. Try that one out. But, well, you do what you got to do, Andy. But I'll tell you what. I'm stoked on this. The far left wants you to bend the knee. They want you to do what they want you to do. Giving someone cash is the opposite of this. This is the good, the light, the right, the good guys here, right? What you are doing when you donate to a man like Andy or Target Tori is you're saying, I'm not going to tell you what you need to do. I am going to let you choose for yourself and give you the ability to do it. It is the opposite of what the far left wants to do. These people are gross. But check it out. We got some cool news here. We actually have found Kroger Andy. He tweeted a picture. He looks a lot better wearing, like actually prepared to be caught on camera with a smile on his face. Team Andy, I am Kroger Andy. Target Tori announced he's been found. He is overwhelmed by everyone's support. He is very thankful. The GoFundMe at the time was $19,500. She said, I will be transferring the funds over to him and post a screenshot when completed. Now, Target Tori and Kroger Andy, I have but one simple bit of advice. Pay your taxes. Okay, actually, this is really interesting. I don't know how it would play out, but I think you could argue that these are gifts. This might be tax-free, for real. You can give someone a gift that's tax-free up to a certain amount. No one is expecting anything from these people for anything. They're not hiring them to do a job. They're not paying off any debts or anything like that. I'm not a tax lawyer. Don't take financial advice from me. I'm telling you, if you see a windfall, make sure you do what you have to do in terms of paying your taxes, because they might say, no, this is a large sum and you got to pay your taxes on it. But so, I suppose it's an interesting new world with the internet. And we are seeing now all of these people expecting nothing in return. They are choosing to gift this man money. I wonder how it would actually work out. This is rad. I hope to see more of this. In fact, it would actually be cool. And here's another actual bit of advice, I guess, for Target Tori. Maybe you guys, maybe you or somebody else, somebody interested could set up a foundation or nonprofit that provides grants to individuals who are threatened by outrage mobs. A safety net for people who are minding their own business and get targeted with these creepy, nonsensical attacks that try and destroy your life. It's a tough thing to do. I don't think it's the easiest thing in the world, but I hope whatever this is continues. And I hope that people who try to shame them learn their lesson. What is a little bit, I guess, concerning is, what if people realize this and try to exploit the phenomenon? Remember when people would write on receipts, no tip for you because I'm a jerk or whatever. And then some people would then post the receipt and be like, look what they did. They said no tip. People realized they could stage these things and exploit people's goodwill for cash. That is a concern for me here. I'll tell you what. For now, it's a wholesome story where the woke far left bullies failed. And this happy dude now gets to have a really good time. It's like it's almost like a winning the lottery situation, right? I'm excited. I'm glad to see that Target Tori is doing well for herself and she's having a good time and she's paying it forward and helping out Kroger Andy. And good on them, man. You know, hopefully after the election, after all this whatever nonsense, we come back to a point of civility. We get past this cancel culture psychosis. For now, I'm willing to accept the goodwill of the people to support to support Target Tori and Kroger Andy. But we need this cancel culture far left stuff to end. That's what we really need. For now, I'll take what we can get. So I'll leave it there. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Stick around. Next segment will be tomorrow at 10 a.m. And I will see you all next time.